talk about it, man. At the same time, I am. So for y'all that's on Spreaker and Spotify that you cannot see it, I'll tell you a little, commentate it towards it a little bit. And the ones that's watching it on YouTube right now, y'all can see it live.
Now, yeah.
Right now.
Now they finally, can hear.
And whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the abuse that they're taking, man, and it is ridiculous. She ties her up, drags her around on the floor, telling her to turn over right there, and then telling what she's doing wrong. But it's horrible.
Well, we're going to get to it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we going into it right now. And are we rolling it right now?
Yep, we're rolling it right now.
Right now. So out there, the ones that are just listening to it, man.
She was all tied.
It's hard. So if you go into your YouTube or your Google and click on the other what mother ties up daughter, you can probably see the video. And it just was a bad situation. And social media doesn't make it any better for the child. Because now, with social media, it's forever out there.
Yeah.
It does not go away.
Yeah. But I don't understand, I understand that she was upset. I understand that, her, but I wouldn't have recorded it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't record her beating her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's embarrassing. My child in her panties, and I'm whooping her behind, and I'm letting the world see it.
Yeah,
you know,
it's sad, man.
That's sad. That's
sad. Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Yeah, man, it's completely sad. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So the ones I know y'all just saw that's in YouTube land right now, right here. That's tuned in to the Shakedown Showcase Radio, Real Talk on Tuesday night. Flick It Up just played it, man, and I know you guys just saw that. It's horrific. I mean, that's almost like being a slave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about it. That's literally like being a slave.
It is.
You know what I mean? Being tied
up, and
hands down,
and you're on Facebook.
Right. Instead of being on back then, instead of Facebook, they just put you out in front of all the slaves to see you and all the neighbors to see you. Naked.
Yeah.
Naked.
I mean, that's a mental abuse. Because think about it. Back then, that slave abuse went on and still going on for generations. Now imagine now.
They still hanging.
Still doing this situation. Well, you got Texas that's still legally you can hang and lynch. Alabama, you legally can still hang and lynch.
Really?
Yeah, if you get the death row penalty, you can still do it. Nevada, legally, you can still. Florida just took Florida just took the hanging off. But if you Google it, it'll tell you what states can still hang in their death row when you go to prison, and for their death row sentence, they still have it. Texas also, you can still be shot, even though they don't do it, but it's still in their constitution that you can still be shot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So a lot of these laws, just like the Florida law,
that's their way of execution.
Right.
Execution.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
Yeah, like the child law that Florida just got changed of youth marriage. So a lot of these laws are still in place, and people are blind to their legislation in their state, like what's on their amendments in their state.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it allows their state to even abuse you.
Right.
Mentally and physically.
Right.
And what these officers doing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just, with this young lady, with her being tied up, you know what I'm saying? I don't take away from her mom, spanking her or whooping her or beating her, because it don't look like she was beating her hard. But I think the only thing that I disagree with is her tying her up, you know what I'm saying, and her broadcasting it on social media. so the world can see, oh, this is what my child did. You know what I'm saying? So that's telling the world, you know what I'm saying, hey, this is what I care about my child. You know what I'm saying? This is what I care about my child. I care more about the media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I care more about the media than I do with my child. Me disciplining my child, because she could have simply kept that in her home.
Yeah.
Even if she was gonna do that to her, she could have kept that in her home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when DCF or whatever the name of their children and
Child
services,
services.
When they find out who she is, she going to jail.
Well, they already did.
Oh, they already did.
They found out who she was. Two things that happened, which I thought was crazy. Number one, the officers had to investigate it. They investigated the video. And then they called Child Protective Services. Child Protective Services had to go out there and investigate it.
Right.
Yeah.
It went on for another day because they had to determine if there's a criminal act.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
So they reported it. Now charges are pending.
Because what they're going to do, once they send it to, because they're going to send it to the state attorney office, and they're going to determine if we're going to charge her with either neglect, child. They got to determine if, you know what I'm saying, once they do their investigation and find out from her why she did what she did, you know what I'm saying, then that's when they're going to determine what her charges are going to be. You know, so. And
that's messed up. And that's that whole abuse situation. Now, when she gets older, what say she's not gonna take that upon them when she have kids to do that to her child, or get involved in a relationship that the man's abusing her?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I mean, sometimes I can't really say I don't want to just off rip and say it will. It's like almost in between. You got some people that learn from the experience and not do it, and you got some people that takes that trade and do it. You get what I mean? So it's like an in between thing, because I know from my experience, I know like, oh, I don't want it like that. I don't want it to be in that way. You get what I mean? So so that's why I say, you know, it's in between. You know what I mean?
Well, statistics shows that 90%. If you were in an abusive relationship or a family member was, or if it was close within your family, that 90% of individuals out of that family end up in an abusive relationship situation. You either become the abusee or you're the abuser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And around that 90%. And so far, you can almost think of people that you know that's been in those situations, and if they tell you about their past, most likely somebody in their past was abused.
Yeah. That
they was familiar with. So the in-between thing I sort of kind of get, but that's a 10% process.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the 10% process, because daily, you know, you got spouses killing other spouses. Literally, they saying this is like 15 a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Domestic spouses killing each other, not the domestic violence, because they saying domestic violence happens like every minute.
Yeah.
Every minute. Right now, somebody's being drugged. HARPO.
Yeah.
HARPO.
Yeah. I mean, because you know, it's just differences. People got their little differences. People got their It's all about controlling. You know, anger controlling. A lot of people do need counseling, anger management. You know, and stuff like that. You know, the only real reason why I'm talking like that, at the end of the day, I'm talking like, you know, saying as, you know what I'm saying, we are human. I'm not trying to make it an excuse saying that, you know what I'm saying, it's all right for what they doing and then this situation. It's just that people get mad. Some people just don't like to be took over. Some people just don't play. They want it this way, they want it that way. And I'm not saying that is an excuse still, but I'm just saying that some people just need to be with each other. Some people just don't need to be with each other. Like this person
like crazy.
Yeah, some people like. That's what I'm saying. Some people like crazy. Some people Some people like being abused. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying like, they literally want to be, but some of them just like being abused. They like that type of attention. You know what I mean?
And isn't that a mental abuse standpoint that they grew up in?
Yeah, but
Just
what about,
like
the real reason why I was saying like, okay, you gonna say that is, I got a good feeling that you're gonna say that is different. You know what I mean? I know you're going to say that it's different. But the thing is, what I'm trying to let you know is they got people that do weird things, that like weird things.
No, I get that.
And then they want to be beat. Right. Just like 50 Shades of Grey. You got the dude.
That's dominatrix stuff. And once again, people in that situation show statistics that they experience that in their lifetime or surrounded by someone that's experiencing it.
But what about the parents that don't raise that don't do that? But
that's why I said, and that's why it says someone in your family. Right? You can go to your cousin's house.
Yeah.
And see your cousin mom being beat by the dad.
Yeah.
Even though that ain't your mom and dad.
Yeah.
But you see that.
Yeah.
Right? That could affect you.
Yeah.
You can go to your older big sister house and see that.
Yeah.
As a child,
and think that it's okay.
Okay, that could affect you.
Yeah, but at the same time, does that still involves in the household, like where you stay? Because that's what I was saying. Because like if we really look at it, because I really too much don't like to really actually go by statistics and stuff that they write. I usually go by what's experienced, like life experience, like for real, what's reality, what's been hitting. Like I'm saying is a lot of people come from a lot of different homes, backgrounds, and someone like a child, they could be taught, hey, you can't be whooping, you can't do this is how, or the parents is a certain way with them. They could go to somebody else's house, or they could go to Uncle house or whoever house, and it'd be a whole different story.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's the child, like, you know what I'm saying, it is a mental thing, so they know if it's something that's constantly going on in the crib or in the house, then I feel like, okay, then but if it's something that's been taught and they go out, you know what I mean, and they're not in there every day and it's still in the household. So that's why I keep saying it's in between. Yeah.
And I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But sometimes it don't even have to be in the household.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, if a child is being sexually abused.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's from a cousin, or it's from an uncle, or it's from someone else that's
and
not
they rarely go
in the
over
household.
there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, like that can, you know what I'm saying, that can really mess up a child's mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when they grow up, it's not saying that they will be like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's what happens.
90%.
And that's how the trend starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, okay, this was done to me and there's, nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm gonna give you another example. Like for me. Like for me. All I heard growing up was yelling. You know what I'm saying? Yelling, cursing, being cursed out, being yelled at, being knocked to the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But guess what I did? Cursed at my kids, knocked them to the floor, yelling at my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I heard. And I thought that was
and that's
the
a
way.
mental abuse.
You know what I'm saying? I thought that was the way. You know, so I had to learn. I had to you know what I'm saying, like
reevaluate everything, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to rethink things.
Rethink, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to, mentally, reverse, you know what I'm saying, what I've seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To not do those things. You know what I'm saying? So it's, a lot of people, it mess them up. And mentally,
right?
And
that's what statistics are: is talking to over thousands or people in different culture backgrounds.
Yeah,
and that's why if you read statistics, it says this was taking place over so many cultures and backgrounds of the same scenario, and then they come up with their statistics of their percentage. And a lot of times when scientists do statistics, my floating quotations there. Yeah. This is like years of studies. Yeah. Years. You know how it's the same study. If you're not lasting long enough, come down and let us give you a pill and so forth.
Yeah.
You know, they
how they do the stuff.
That's how they constantly.
Yeah.
The same thing with abuse. They say if you ever been mental abused, please reach out to us. And they study. You talking about different cultures and everybody reaching out. But if you look at it, they're not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you got that 10% that knows how to control it.
Yeah.
Like you can be that 10%, part of that 10%. Like, look, I seen it, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can be that 10%. Like I never cuss.
Yeah.
Or put my hands on my kids.
Yeah.
Never.
Well,
they can tell you, like, never.
My other brother too. He said he don't believe in beating his kids or
at all.
Any of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and my other brother either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was more of, I used to get the hell knocked out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when I think back, I got treated differently than my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that we weren't all loved. Yeah. But I got treated differently than my brothers. You know, so, and I don't know if it's because me being the oldest, you know, but I stopped being very rebellious because of, you know, of being mistreated.
Well, you know, me, I don't know. I guess it's from the household that I came from. My mom was more more of a tough person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was no emotions, none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, with her. You feel me? So that's why I see things a little different from everybody, like in their household. Cause my mom, she more like, okay, I got 2 boys. You know what I'm saying? The dad ain't here. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be tough. You know, and my mom is real small, real small. So she basically was, I ain't gonna say she with the yelling. She was not really a person that yelled. It was just more, we was more kind of understand, like, Mom Deuce is strict. Like, she want her stuff like this. It gotta be like this. And if it ain't done, you gonna get a whooping. Right. That's it.
That was her yelling, was the belt.
Yeah, it was the belt. It wasn't really too much of that talking. So me personally, but I'm gonna say, like, even with me, it still was a little different because around that time, my mom didn't know how to speak English that well. Right. Around that time when I was younger, and she didn't know how to fill out no type of applications, right? Stuff like that. Right. So what I was trying to, that's why I think I see kids a little different because of what I went through as a kid. I had to do things what adults had to do, fill out applications. Right. I had to miss school.
So you grew up faster than
other like.
But that takes and guaranteed that affects you the way that you probably treat other kids, because you probably give other kids responsibilities that they're truly not ready for.
They're not ready for. But what I'm saying is because me personally, if I give a responsibility, it's because of a taught lesson, as in saying listening. As in how you say that, instructions, constructive criticism, stuff like that. It's because I use it as in training, like how you say that another way, because of on how that child either behave themselves, on how they act. So if we can't give them at least a little responsibility, then why they need a phone? Why they need this? Right. Why they need that?
That's the point, so exactly. A lot of them still don't need the phone.
Yeah, they don't need the phone.
And you still cannot put, even though you give a child a privilege, you still can't turn around and give them the adult responsibility. Not even because they, at the end of the day, they're children. Yeah. Right. Yeah. They're children.
And that's what I'm saying. So if but at the end of the day, we can still scream about children. My belief with kids, to be honest with you, they are to me, they love human beings.
They are human beings.
Okay, all right. And what they do, like they say, they like monkey see, monkey do, right?
They're sponges.
They sponges. They soak up everything.
Right.
So I feel like I don't know, I guess, just like I said, just with me, because you get that responsibility. If you teach them, it's like this. It's like training something. Just like I'm not trying to make kids like they dogs and pets. Right. But if you train them and they keep going with that, it's like it's automatic like that. That's why I say you can build your kid to what you want to be, but you can't make them be like the person, who they want to be. But so if they play football or something like that, and all the little responsibilities and stuff, it's gonna still coordinate to anything that they do in their life.
I agree.
So that's why I was saying like it's certain things on how you do with your kids. Now, some kids be manipulative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Some good
and they
at it
smart.
Too. Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying that's dangerous. And once they know
mind.
Exactly. So once they got that, that's dangerous in society. Once they grow, they keep that. They see that they winning with that in society. They can use it, and it can be either wrong or right because they don't know.
Right.
But they winning.
Right.
But I think a lot of children end up with that manipulation due to the situations that they've been in.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you get in a situation constantly and you're like, man, I'm sick of this situation.
Right.
Somehow I got to be able to turn this around. As a child, you ain't got many tools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
It's different with an adult because you can remove yourself from the situation that I
gotta learn this talk now.
I go homeless and I do whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
they
as
can't
a
do
child,
that.
They can't do that.
So it's like you stuck.
Right. So therefore they try to figure out a way and another alternative field to try to make their life, they think they're making their life a lot easier. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of the situation that they're in.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, what it is, if you don't allow your children, if you don't have an open door policy from day one.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying. You do not have an open door policy with your kids from day one, from the time that they're born, that you do not communicate to them as on a level of respect. And then you try to come in and remove, that gaga goo goo and so forth, and as they grow older. And then you get to an age, you think they now to an age that you want to try to communicate with them as an adult, you already failed from day one. Now it's certain things they feel they can't come to you and talk to you about.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? Because you didn't start it from day one.
Day one, exactly.
It was no, stop, don't, stop, no, leave it alone. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not, no, you can hurt yourself. This is why I don't want you to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that every last one of my kids, I've been blessed from them, even when they upset. They'll sit there and tell you why they upset.
Yeah.
They'll tell me why they upset. They ain't talking to me. I ain't talking to you right now. My oldest daughter, they ain't talking to you right now. I got so much going on. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that policy was there from the beginning to be able to come and talk to me.
Yeah, that's real.
From day one.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, like I was saying, that you can still gonna have that relationship with your kid. Me personally, I just see it like this. You still can have the relationship with your kid. It depends on what type of kid you got. How I feel, because you the good person. You could be the humble. You, like you said, you're blessed. Right. You understand what I mean? Because you don't know what's given to you. And I be seeing mothers that's really sweet. I'm talking about actually sweet. Same thing, don't yell, don't want, but they got their kids that's out there out the water.
Yeah, but you still gotta, even though you're sweet, you still gotta show some type of structure. Let's not say discipline. I'm gonna say structure.
Yeah.
If you ain't showing no structure, that child gonna be out of hand.
Yeah, out of hand. That's
what I mean. If you always saying, "Oh, that's cute," that's cute.
Yeah.
Look at little Tommy. That's cute.
Cute.
Oh, look a little flicky there. He taking the camera and just taking pictures of all types of girls.
Yeah.
That's cute. Oh, little flicky there. Ain't stop. Next thing you know, you're in the porn industry. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? You can have all of that.
Yeah.
You can have structure.
That's what I'm talking about.
You can have the open door policy.
Right. That's the goal.
You can have
all of it. That's what I'm saying.
You know
everything.
You can still have that one child.
Right.
That will go astray.
Yeah. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Won't come and talk to you. Do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. These kids now, and even back then, but it's more now, where it is our society. You know what I'm saying?
Like, different society.
It's our society that that's growing up our kids. You know what I'm saying? Because you got all these fancy cars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got these daddies that's wearing their pants hanging down, but you trying to raise your child.
That's
you know
me,
what I'm saying?
To be respectful.
To be respectful, not to do this and not to do that. Oh, I want you to go to school, but yet you around here smoking weed in front of them. You around here got the fancy car, you know. You around here, you know, slanging drugs and this, that, and the other. But you wanna have this.
I know what you mean. This
you know
whole,
what I'm saying?
this straight.
You want to have this kid that's on a straight
and narrow,
yeah.
but
you know what I'm saying?
They in a household where the hustle game going on.
Yeah, but with the hustle. But as soon as they get the hustle game and they seeing you doing this, and now where you get that from?
Yeah.
Who doing? Oh my, so and this, that, and other. But that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I can't do it because that's what you're doing. That's what I'm seeing you doing every day. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times that's what you know, that's what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, even though that, you know, even those kind of households, they have open door policies, but what kind of open door policy are you showing them? What kind of respect are you showing them?
Right, that's it.
What kind of growing, you know what I'm saying? What are you showing them to be productive in society? You know?
You got an open door policy and you in there cleaning your 48, you know what I mean? Talking about who you go get. Your child walk right in there.
That's just outrageous stuff.
You get what I mean? But it goes on.
Yeah,
though,
it do. No, I know it does. I know.
You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I appreciate everybody that's tuned in right now to the Shakedown Showcase Radio and Real Talk every Tuesday like we do this. Also, don't forget, man, to tune in to our hip-hop segments. That is 407 in Park with your host, Mr. Flick It Up.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, me, the co-host. Also, man, we don't want to forget, man, he's looking for a female co-host to travel around to help, you know, introduce these music videos and these artists.
Yes.
We want somebody that's going to be reliable.
Yeah.
Somebody who's going to stick on the team, not come back and forth, man. And it's a whole game to this policy, man. We're growing. We're getting larger and larger.
Yes.
People are respecting the shakedown game right now.
Yeah.
I appreciate the support. Katrina Diamond, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Flick It Up, appreciate it, man.
Yes.
You know, and, man, by supporting us, man, go to our YouTube channel. Simple. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification.
Yeah.
Also, go to our Instagram. You know, hit that follow button, like always. We got Twitter. You know what I mean? You can tweet us back. Tweet. Let us know how you feeling. Also, you can follow us on Facebook. Hit that follow button on Facebook. Plus, you can add us, man, and go to our group, man. And if y'all got any thoughts or conversations y'all want to have, go ahead and send us a message. Also, don't forget that website, shakedownshowcase.com.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And look, we got an app, man. We've been having technical difficulties for the app. But the app's coming up, Shakedown Showcase Radio.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go to your Play Store and download the app. And you'll be able to go to iTunes and download the app. Waiting on the release date on that. They were supposed to release it today. But I got a notification that it may be released tomorrow. Man, make sure y'all download the app, man. And y'all can follow us and help us out with some of these topics, stories, and these hip-hop artists and everything, man. We for the community, by the community, and trying to support the community.
For sure.
Like always, man. And look, man, you know, we talking about abuse. Beat 'em, HARPO. Beat 'em, HARPO. And whatnot, man. It's abuse. Oh, man, it's relationship abuse, spousal abuse, kids abuse, all that.
All abuse.
That type.
It doesn't matter.
My thought on it.
Abuse is abuse.
Yeah, abuse is abuse. Yeah.
Man, if you see somebody being abused and you think, man, here's my thought, report it. Report it, because at the end of the day, they may not want you to, but you saving somebody's life.
If it doesn't look right, you as an adult can determine if it's abuse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna tell you, like when I was in the store, I popped my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because what I say is what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was a parent where I beat my children. You know what I'm saying? But
Don't
I
play.
love them.
You love them.
You know what I'm saying? I love them. My kids, I gave my kids the world.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I didn't slack every year. Every year they had a birthday party. Every year I went without before they went without.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if it depends, don't just call them if you just seeing somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you see little Bobby in the no, I'm sorry. If you see little Taquan in the store getting his behind whooped,
right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You may see Salad Mom over there.
Oh my God! What they call?
They
call the white girl or the white people that call them black folks something?
Which one? You talking about the pizza? The lady that had?
Yeah. Even that, but they call them something. Cell phone Becky or something like
that. I forgot.
Man. Listen, I mean, you're right. You gotta know when it's abuse.
Man.
Because I left the window up and the curtains up, man. And I was choking my girl in a good way, and police came knocking on the door. Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, look, hey man, what's going on, man?
We role playing.
We role playing.
Yeah, we role playing.
Yeah, my bad. She ain't got no.
She like to be choked.
Yeah,
she like
boy.
to be choked.
Yes, sir.
Good
the good choke. Look at that. You know about that good choke.
With both hands.
Yeah.
That was one.
Yeah. So Katrina Diamond, any final words for the people?
Hey, parents, I say to the parents, man, there's nothing wrong of beating your kids. I'm all for beating kids. I wish they wouldn't even take it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If that's what kind of child you have, that the kind of child that need that extra,
need that.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have some kids you could just look at them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could just look at them and they know. You know what I'm saying? Sit your behind down somewhere. But also you have them other kids that need that little extra. You know what I'm saying? So know the difference of when the extra, for the kids than being abusing your children. You know what I'm saying? So, pay attention to your kids, listen to your kids, you know what I'm saying? Have that open door policy. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you have to have respect for your children because that's how it all starts.
That's
you know
real.
What I'm saying? So you have respect for them, they gonna have respect from you. But it's gonna be some kids that's just gonna try you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, they gonna try you. I don't care how good of a household a child come out of. It's always one that's gonna try you. You know what I'm saying? So parents, just keep your eyes open and just know the difference between abusing your child and being and mentoring your child.
That's real.
So.
What's up, Mr. Flick It Up, man? What you got to say to me?
Man, listen, man, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm tired, but hey, listen, we talking about abuse, and I'm expecting all parents to do what they gotta do best, and I know y'all gonna make the best judgment,
Try to.
Yeah, make the best judgment, and and just make sure but don't when you beat them, don't abuse them. Just beat them and make it
right.
Yeah.
Don't put it on social media.
Don't put it on social media. And then hey, listen, I'm gonna give you a clue. After you whoop them, tell them to take a shower. They'll be all right then. You feel me?
Go run some cold water.
Yeah, just run some cold water and get that swelling down. They'll be straight. They be good to go to school the next day.
Don't hog time.
Yeah, just don't hog time. No, don't do it like that. You know what I mean? Don't do a 10 minutes whooping. Just do it about maybe a minute, maybe.
and if you don't hog time, don't put it on social media.
Yeah, just don't do it like that, man. I mean, it's crazy.
Have respect for your child. If you gon' beat your child, just don't put it on social media.
Yeah, just don't do that.
K6, what's your intake? What's your last final words?
My final words is we have to take accountability in ourselves, accountability in those that we surround ourselves with, that we get involved with, and you got to listen. There's this stereotypical thing that counseling is for the other people. But if you feel that you need help, seek counseling.
Yeah.
And it would be family counseling, individual counseling. Counseling really would help.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. If you're struggling with a situation, you can't figure it out yourself, you seek counseling. Because that's what you do as a child when you have a problem. You go to mama and daddy.
Yeah.
For counseling.
Right.
If you're in church, You go to the church people all the time. They ain't right. But you go to church and you seek counseling.
Yeah.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So if you feel like you ain't comfortable with none of them, find some outside counseling to help you guide the way to parent or help you the way to guide to pick that individual. Why are you picking these bad individuals in your life?
Yeah.
To help you open up to figure out your serenity, your grounding, you know what I mean? Your belonging in this world today. You know what I mean? Listen, this your boy K6, man. Appreciate you guys right here on the Shakedown. Y'all know me, man. Motivate yourself to inspire others to inspire yourself.
Yes.